Welcome back to another live stream. So today I'm planning to complete the entire book of Numbers. The plan is to read from Numbers. Yesterday I was planning to read Numbers chapter 13 to 18, but unfortunately my stream got cut off, and I read three chapters. So 13, 14, and 15 are completed. So I'm going to start with 16 all the way to 36. So it's going to be a big stream. And I hope the stream doesn't get cut off. Even if it gets cut off, I'll be doing the stream until I complete today's task. I want to complete it in one sitting. So from chapter number 16 to all the way to 36, hopefully I can complete it. So let me go to Numbers chapter 16. It will be a stream will be a long stream, so please bear. I'm trying to complete the book of Numbers. Hopefully I can be able to complete it. So let me go to Numbers chapter 16. Now Korah, the sons of Esar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, with Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and one of the son of Pith, sons of Reuben, took men, and they rose up before Moses with some of the children of Israel, 250 leaders of the congregation, representatives of the congregation, men of renown. They gathered together against Moses and Aaron and said to them, You, you take too much upon yourself, for all the congregation is holy, every one of them. The Lord is among them. Why then do you exalt yourself above the assembly of the Lord? So Moses heard it, he fell on his face, and he spoke to Korah and all his company, saying, Tomorrow morning the Lord will show who is he and who is holy, and will cause him to come near to him. That one whom he chooses, he will cause to come near to him. Do this, take censers, Korah and all your company. Put fire in them, and put incense in them before the Lord tomorrow. And it shall be that the man whom the Lord chooses is the Holy One. You take too much upon yourself, you sons of Levi. Then Moses said to Korah, Hear now, you sons of Levi. Is it a small thing to you that the God of Israel has separated you from the congregation of Israel to bring you near to himself, to do the work of the tabernacle of the Lord, and to stand before the congregation to serve them, and that he has brought you near to himself, you and all your brethren, the sons of Levi with you? And are you seeking the priesthood also? Therefore you and all your company are gathered together against the Lord. And what is Aaron, that you complain against him? And Moses sent to call Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, but they said, We will not come up. It is a small thing that you have brought us out of the land of flowing with milk and honey to kill us in the wilderness, that you should keep acting like a prince over us. Moreover, you have not brought us into a land flowing with milk and honey, nor give us an inheritance of our fields and vineyards. Will you put out the eyes of these men? You will not come up. Then Moses was very angry and said to the Lord, Do not respect their offering. I have not taken one donkey from them, nor I have hurt one of them. And Moses said to Korah, Tomorrow you and all your company be present before the Lord, you and they, as well as Aaron. Let each take his censer and put incense in it, and each of you bring his censer before the Lord. 250 censer, both you and Aaron, each with his censer. So every man took his censer, put fire in it, laid incense on it, and stood at the door of the tabernacle of the meeting with Moses and Aaron. And Korah gathered all the congregation against them at the door of the tabernacle of the meeting. Then the glory of the Lord appeared to all the congregation. And the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, Separate yourself from among this congregation, that I may consume them in a moment. Then they fell on their faces and said, O God, the God of the spirits of all flesh, shall one man sin, you be angry with all the congregation? So the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the congregation, saying, Get away from the tents of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. Then Moses rose and went to Dathan, and Abiram and the elders of Israel followed him. And he spoke to the congregation, saying, Depart now from the tents of these wicked men, touch nothing of theirs, lest you be consumed in all their sins. So they got away from around the tents of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram, and Dathan and Abiram came out and stood at the door of the tents with their wives, their sons, and their little children. And Moses said, By this you shall know that the Lord has sent me to do all these works, for I have not done them of my own will. If these men die naturally like all men, or if they are visited by a common fate of all men, then the Lord has not sent me. But if the Lord creates a new thing, and the earth opens its mouth and swallows them up with all that belongs to them, and they go down alive into the pit, then you will understand that these men have rejected the Lord. Now it came to pass as he finished speaking all these words, that the ground split apart under them, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up with their households, and all the men with Korah with all their goods. So they and all those with them went down alive into the pit. The earth closed over, and they perished from among the assembly. Then all the Israel So they and all those with them went down alive into the pit. The earth closed over them, and they perished from among the assembly. Then all Israel who were around them fled at their cry, for they said, Lest the earth swallow us up also. And the fire came out of the Lord and consumed 250 men who were offering incense. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Tell Eleazar the son of Aaron the priest to pick up the censer out of the blaze, for they are holy, and scatter the fire some distance away. The censers of these men who sinned against their own souls, let them be made into hammered plates as a covering from the altar, because they present them before the Lord. Therefore they are holy, and they shall be a sign to the children of Israel. So Eleazar the priest took the bronze censer with which who were burned up presented, and they were hammered out as a covering on the altar, to be a memorial to the children of Israel, that no outsider who is not a descendant of Aaron should come near to offer incense before the Lord, that he might not become like Korah and his companies, just as the Lord has said to him through Moses. On the next day, all the congregation of the children of Israel complained against Moses and Aaron, saying, You have killed the people of the Lord. Now it happened, when the congregation have gathered against Moses and Aaron, that they turned towards the tabernacle of the meeting, and suddenly a cloud covered it, and the glory of the Lord appeared. Then Moses and Aaron came before the tabernacle of the meeting, and the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Get away from among this congregation, that I may consume them in a moment. And they fell on their faces. So Moses said to Aaron, Take a censer, put a fire in it from the altar, put incense on it, and take it quickly to the congregation, and make atonement for them. For the wrath has gone out from the Lord, the plague has begun. Then Aaron took it as Moses commanded, and ran into the midst of the assembly, and already the plague had begun among the people. So he put in the incense and made atonement for the people, and he stood between the dead and the living. So the plague was stopped. Now those who died in the plague were 14,700, besides those who died in Korah incident. So Aaron returned to Moses at the door of the tabernacle of the meeting, for the plague had stopped. Very, very interesting chapter. And Numbers chapter 16 is completed. Let's go to Numbers chapter 17. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel and get from them a rod from each father's house, all their leaders according to their father's house, 12 rods. Write each man's name on his rod, and you shall write Aaron's name on the rod of Levi, for there shall be one rod for the head of each father's house. Then you shall place them in the tabernacle of the meeting, before the testimony, where I meet with you. And it shall be that the rod of the man whom I choose will be blossom. Thus I will rid myself of the complaints of the children of Israel, which they make against you. So Moses spoke to the children of Israel, and to each of their leaders gave him a rod apiece. For each leader, according to their father's house, 12 rods, and a rod of Aaron was among their rods. So Moses placed the rods before the Lord in the tabernacle of the witness. Now it came to pass on the next day that Moses went into the tabernacle of the witness, and behold, the rod of Aaron, the house of Levi, has sprouted and put forth buds, and produced blossoms and yield ripe almonds. Then Moses brought out all the rods from before the Lord to all the children of Israel, and they looked, and each man took his rod. And the Lord said to Moses, Bring Aaron's rod back before the testimony, to be kept as a sign against the rebels, that you may put their complaints away from me, lest they die. Thus did Moses, just as Lord commanded him, so he did. So the children of Israel spoke to Moses, saying, Surely we die, we perish, we all perish. Whoever comes near the tabernacle of the Lord must die. Shall we all utterly die? This is chapter number 17. Then the Lord said to Aaron, You and your sons and your father's house with you shall bear the iniquity related to the sanctuary, and you and your sons with you shall bear the iniquity associated with your priesthood. Also bring with you your brethren of the tribe of Levi, the tribe of your father, that they may be joined with you and serve you, while you and your sons with you before the tabernacle of the witness. They shall attend to your needs and all the needs of the tabernacle, but they shall not come near the articles of the sanctuary and the altar, lest they die. They and you also, they shall be joined with you and attend to the needs of the tabernacle of the meeting. For all the work of the tabernacle, but an outsider shall not come near you, and you shall attend to the duties of the sanctuaries and the duties of the altar, that there may be no more wrath on the children of Israel. Behold, I myself have taken you, brethren, the Levites, from among the children of Israel. They are the gift to you, given by the Lord, to do the work of the tabernacle of the meeting. Therefore, you and your sons with you shall attend to your priesthood for everything at the altar and behind the veil, and you shall serve. I give you priesthood to you as a gift for service, but the outsider who comes near shall be put to death. The Lord spoke to Aaron, Here I myself have also given you charge of my heave offering, all the holy gifts of children of Israel. I have given them as a portion to you and your sons as an ordinance forever. This shall be yours, the most holy things reserved for fire. Every offering of theirs, every grain offering, and every sin offering, and every trespass offering which they render to me, shall be most holy for you and your sons. In a most holy place you shall eat it. Every male shall eat it. It shall be holy to you. This also is yours, the heave offering of the gift, with all the wave offering of the children of Israel. I have given them to you and your sons and daughters with you as an ordinance forever. Everyone who is clean in your house may eat it. All the best of the oil, all the best of the new wine, and the grain, and the first fruits which they offer to the Lord, I have given them to you. Whatever first fruit in the land which they bring to the Lord shall be yours. Everyone who is clean in your house may eat it. Every devoted thing in Israel shall be yours. Everything that first opens the womb of all flesh which they bring to the Lord, whether man or beast, shall be yours. Nevertheless, the firstborn of man you shall surely redeem, and the firstborn of unclean animals you shall redeem, and those redeemed of the devoted things you shall redeem when 1 month old, according to your valuation, for 5 shekels of silver, according to the shekel of the sanctuary, which is 20 grams. But the firstborn of the cow, the firstborn of the sheep, and the firstborn of the goat you shall not redeem. They are holy. You shall sprinkle their blood on the altar and burn their fat as an offering made by fire for a sweet aroma to the Lord. And their flesh shall be yours, just as a waved breast and the right thigh as are yours. All the eve offering of the holy things which the children of Israel offer to the Lord, I have given to you and your sons and daughters with you as an ordinance forever. It is a covenant of salt forever before the Lord, with you and your descendants with you. Then the Lord said to Aaron, you shall have no inheritance in the land, nor shall you have any portion among them. I am your portion and your inheritance among the children of Israel. Behold, I have given the children of Levi all the tithes in Israel as an inheritance in return for the work which they perform, the work of the tabernacle of meeting. Hereafter the children of Israel shall not come near the tabernacle of meeting, lest they bear sin and die. But the Levites shall perform the work of the tabernacle of the meeting, and they shall bear the iniquity in it. Shall be a statute forever throughout your generation, that among the children of Israel they shall know inheritance for the tithes of the children of Israel, which they offer up as an eve offering to the Lord, I have given to the Levites as an inheritance. Therefore I have said to them, among the children of Israel, they shall have no inheritance. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, speak thus to the Levites, and say to them, when you take from the children of Israel the tithes which I have given to you for them as an inheritance, then you shall offer up a heave offering of it to the Lord, a tenth of a tithe, and your heave offering shall be reckoned you as though it were a grain of threshing floor, as of a fullness of a winepress. Thus you shall offer a heave offering to the Lord for all the tithes which you receive from the children of Israel, and you shall give the Lord's heave offering from it to the Aaron's priest. Of all your gifts you shall offer up every eve offering due to the Lord, for all the best of them, the consecrated part of them. Therefore you shall say to them, when you have lifted up the best of it, then the rest shall be accounted to the Levites, as they produce the threshing floor, and as produce of the winepress. You may eat it in any place, you and your households, for it is your reward for your work in the tabernacle of the meeting. And you shall bear no sin because of it, when you have lifted up the best of it, but you shall not profane the holy gifts of the children of Israel, lest you die. This is chapter number 18. So 3 chapters are completed so far, and let me go to Numbers chapter 19. So this is now, I still got 18 more chapters to be completed, and I may play a few songs because the stream is going to be a long stream, and so I'll be playing songs. I'll be reading 3 chapters, a song, 3 chapters and a song. So 3 chapters and a song. So it's almost like 6 times we'll be hearing songs. Hopefully I'll be playing non-copyrighted songs. Okay, let me go to my playlist.
When I start, now looking at things through my own eyes, evaluating the situation, there's no doubt I'm gonna compromise. Oh, I'm sorry, Lord, for not letting you be the Lord of my life. I realize now the plans you got for me are so much better than I could ever do on my own about myself. So when I look at all the greatness and the holiness of my King, yeah, I can't help but think, oh, now why me, Lord, would you be mindful of me? Yeah, you sent your son, oh, now he bled and died, even though I was your enemy, I was in your heart and on your mind. Oh, so now you're the one in control. Yeah, you're asking me, oh, whom shall I send to set my people free? When I said send me, Lord, oh, now, yeah, oh, I surrender, I get down on my knees, God, Lord, I surrender all to you right now. Ain't no other way out. That's all.
Okay, thank you for the song. We are sewing, so the time has come. The task we have to complete. So three chapters in a song, 3 chapters in a song. So 6 sets. So total of 6 sets will be a big task there to be completed. Hopefully, I can able to complete. Hopefully, the stream doesn't get cut off. Let me read Numbers chapter 19. Now the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, This is the ordinance of the law which the Lord has commanded, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, that they may bring you a red heifer without a blemish, in which there is no defect, and on which a yoke has never come. You shall give to Eleazar the priest, that he may take it outside the camp, and it shall be slaughtered before him. And also the priest shall take some of its blood with his finger and sprinkle some of its blood 7 times directly in front of the tabernacle of the meeting. Then the heifer shall be burnt in his sight, its hide, its flesh, its blood, and its offal shall be burned. And the priest shall take a cedar wood and hyssop and scarlet and cast them into the midst of the fire, burning the heifer. Then the priest shall wash his clothes, and he shall bathe with water, and afterward he shall come into the camp. And the priest shall be clean until the priest shall be unclean until evening. And the one who burns it shall wash his clothes in water, bathe in water, and shall be unclean until evening. Then a man who is clean shall gather up the ashes of the heifer, and store them outside the camp in a clean place, and they shall be kept of the congregation of the children of Israel for the water of purification. It is for purifying from sins. The one who gathers the ashes of the heifer shall wash his clothes, and be unclean until evening. It shall be a statute forever to the children of Israel, and to the strangers who dwell among them. He who touches the dead body of anyone shall be unclean 7 days. He shall purify himself with the water on the 3rd day, and on the 7th day then he will be clean. But if he does not purify himself on the 3rd day, on the 7th day he will not be clean. And whoever touches the body of anyone who has died, and does not purify himself, defiles the tabernacle of the Lord. That person shall be cut off from Israel. He shall be unclean, because of the water purification was not sprinkled on him. His uncleanness is still on him. Then this is the law when a man dies in a tent. All who comes into the tent and all who are in the tent shall be unclean 7 days. And every open vessel which has no cover fastened on it is unclean. Whoever in the open field touches one who is slain by a sword, or who has died, or a bone of a man, or a grave, shall be unclean 7 days. For an unclean person they shall be take some of the ashes of the heifer, burn for the purification from sin, and running water shall be put on them in a vessel. A clean person shall take a hyssop and dip it in the water, sprinkle it on the tent and on the vessel, on the person who were there, and on the one who touches a bone, the slain, the dead, on a grave. The clean person shall spring the unclean on the 3rd day, and on the 7th day, on the 7th day he shall be purify himself, and wash his clothes, and bathe in water, and at the evening he shall be clean. But the man who is unclean and does not perform and does not purify himself, that person shall be cut off from among the assembly, because he has defiled the sanctuary of the Lord. The water of purification has not been sprinkled on him, he is unclean. It shall be a perpetual statute for them. He who sprinkles the water of purification shall wash his clothes, and he who touches the water of purification shall be unclean until evening. Whatever the unclean person touches shall be unclean, and the person who touches it shall be unclean until evening. This is chapter number 19. Interesting chapter. This is about the red heifer. If you know about the ongoing events which is happening in Israel, this red heifer with the biblical criteria, it's recently been discovered by the nation of Israel. I think it grew in Texas and they brought to Israel, and they had like 5 or 6 red heifers, and almost like 3 has passed the biblical criteria, and they are waiting to sacrifice the heifers. And actually, one of the heifers, which is unqualified, was sacrificed as a reversal. The perfect one is attained, so that they don't mess up. They do perfectly as per the biblical laws. So this Numbers chapter 19 is important because this is happening in our times, because according to the Jewish people, they say this heifer will cleanse them, and which will then rebuild the 3rd Jerusalem temple. So big things are good. So this chapter is an important chapter. Many Bible prophecy watchers are going through this Numbers chapter 19 because this is happening in our times. The red heifer has been discovered after like almost 1900 years, and there are a lot of red heifers, but the thing is there should not be any white hair. There should be any white hairs in the body of the heifer, and most of the heifers, after like few months, they have grown some white hairs. So if someone has to wait for 2-3 years without an heifer, which is impossible, and finally they have produced the one, I don't know it's from God or did they do it from like genetic modification. You know about today's um, medical terms, GMO, genetic modification. They say these types of terms which we don't know. But yeah, this is the current situation in Israel, and the biblical timeline is where we are living in. It's they are about to build the rebuilding of the third temple. If you know Matthew chapter 24, all these things, if the temple has been there, the third temple has been rebuilt, you know, Matthew 24, Luke 13, Mark 21, the book of Revelation, many of the Bible prophecies are there to be fulfilled. So I'm just saying, this is an important chapter. And let me go to Numbers chapter 20. Then the children of Israel, the whole congregation, came into the wilderness of Zin, first month, and the people stayed in Kadesh, and Miriam died there and was buried there. Now there was no water for the congregation, so they gathered together against Moses and Aaron. And the people contended with Moses and spoke, saying, if only we have died when our brethren died before the Lord, why have you brought up the assembly of the Lord into the wilderness, that we and our animals should die here? And why have you made us come up out of the Egypt to bring us to this evil place? It is not a place of grain or figs or wines or pomegranates, nor is there any water to drink. So Moses and Aaron went from the presence of the assembly to the door of the tabernacle of the meeting. They fell on their faces, and the glory of the Lord appeared to them. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, take the rod, you and your brother Aaron, gather the congregation together, speak to the rock and before their eyes, and it will yield its water. Thus you shall bring water from them out of the rock, and give drink to the congregation and to their animals. So Moses took the rod from before the Lord, as he commanded him, and Moses and Aaron gathered them assembly before the rock. And he said to them, hear now, you rebels, must we bring water for you out of this rock? Then Moses lifted his hand and struck the rock twice with his rod, and the water came out abundantly, and the congregation and the animals drank. Then the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, because you did not believe me to hallow me in the eyes of the children of Israel, therefore you shall not bring this assembly into the land which I have given them. This was the water of Meribah, because the children of Israel contended with the Lord, and he was hallowed among them. Now Moses sent messengers from Kadesh to the king of Edom. Thus says your brother Israel, you know all the hardship that has befallen us. How our fathers went down to Egypt, and we dwelt in Egypt a long time, and the Egyptians afflicted us and our fathers. When we cried out to the Lord, he heard our voice, and they sent the angel and brought us out of the Egypt. Now here we are in Kadesh, a city on the edge of your border. Please let us pass through your country. We will not pass through your fields or vineyards, nor we will drink your water from the wells. We will go along the king's highway. We will not turn aside to the right hand or to the left until we have passed through your territory. Then Edom said to him, you shall not pass through my land, lest I come out of against you with the sword. So the children of Israel said to them, we will go by the highway, and if I or my livestock drink any of your water, then I will pay for it. Let me only pass through on a foot, nothing more. Then he said, you shall not pass through. So Edom came out against them with many men and with strong hold. Thus Edom refused to give Israel passage through this territory, so Israel turned away from him. Now the children of Israel, the whole congregation, journeyed from Kadesh and came to Mount Horah. And the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron on Mount Horah by the border of the land of Edom, saying, Aaron shall be gathered to his people, for he shall not enter the land which I have given to the children of Israel, because you rebelled against my word at the water of Meribah. Take Aaron and Eleazar his son, and bring them up to the Mount Horah, and strip Aaron of his garments, and put them on Eleazar his son, for Aaron shall be gathered to his people, and die there. So Moses did just as Lord commanded, and they went up to the Mount Horah in the sight of all the congregation. And Moses stripped Aaron of his garments and put them on Eleazar his son. And Aaron died on the top of the mountain. Then Moses and Eleazar came down from the mountain. And now, when all the congregation saw that Aaron was dead, all the house of Israel mourned for Aaron 30 days. So this is chapter number 20. Numbers chapter 21. The king of Arad, the Canaanite, who dwelt in the south, heard that the Israel was coming on the road of Athram. Then he fought against Israel and took some of them prisoners. So Israel made a vow to the Lord and said, "If you will indeed deliver this people into my hand, then I will utterly destroy their cities." The Lord listened to the voice of Israel and delivered them to Canaanites, and they utterly destroyed them and their cities. So the name of that place was called Omrah. Then they journeyed from Mount Horah by the way of Red Sea to go around the land of Edom, and the soul of the people became very discouraged on the way. And the people spoke against God and against Moses. "Why have you brought us out of the land to die in the wilderness? For there is no food, no water, and our soul loathes this worthless bread." So the Lord sent fiery serpents among them, people, and they bit the people, and many of the people of Israel died. Therefore the people came to Moses and said, "We have sinned, for we have spoken against the Lord and against you. Pray to the Lord that he take away the serpents from us." So Moses prayed for the people. So the Lord said to Moses, "Make a fiery serpent and set it on a pole, and it shall be that everyone who is bitten, when he looks at it, shall live." So Moses made a bronze serpent and put it on a pole. So it was, if a serpent had bitten anyone, when he looked at the bronze serpent, he lived. Now the children of Israel moved on and camped in Oboth, and they journeyed from the Oboth and camped at Abraham in the wilderness, which is the east of Moab, towards the sunrise. From there they moved and camped in the valley of Zirar. From there they moved and camped on the other side of Arnon, which is the wilderness that extends from the border of Amorites. From the Arnon is the border of Moab, between Moab and Amorites. Therefore it is said, in the books of it is said in the books of the wars of the Lord, Wahab in Tupna, the brooks of Arnon, and the slope of brooks that reaches to the dwelling of Ar, and lies on the border of Moab. For there they went to Beer, which is the well where the Lord said to Moses, "Gather the people together, and I will give them water." Then Israel sang this song. Spring up, oh well, all you sing to it, the well the leaders sang. Sung by the nation's nobles, by the lawgiver with their staffs. And from the wilderness they went to Matah, from Matna to Nahali, from Nahali to Bamoth, and from Bamoth in the valley in the country of Moab to the top of Pishna, which looks down on the wasteland. Then Israel sent messengers to Sihon, king of Amorites, saying, "Let me pass through Let me pass through your land. We will not turn aside into the fields or vineyards. We will not drink water from the wells. We will go by the king's highways until we have passed through your territory. But Sihon would not allow Israel to pass through his territory. For Sihon gathered all his people together and went out against Israel in the wilderness. And he came to Jahaz and fought against Israel. Then Israel defeated him in the edge of the sword and took possession of his land from Arnon to Jabbok as far as the people of Ammon. From the borders of the people of Ammon was fortified. So Israel took all these cities, and Israel dwelt in all the cities of Amorites, in Eshnom and in all its villages. From Eshbon was the city of Sihon, king of Amorites, who have fought against the former king of Moab, and have taken all this land from his hand as far as Arnon. Therefore those who speak in Proverbs say, come to Eshnon, let it be built, let the city of Sihon be repaired. For fire went out from Eshnon, a flame from the city of Sihon. It consumed Ar of Moab, the lords of the heights of Arnon. Woe to you, Moab! You have perished, O people of the Shemosh. He has given his sons as fugitives and his daughters into captives to Sihon, the king of Amorites. But ye have shot at him. Heshbon had perished as far as Gibbon. Then we have laid waste as far as Nopah, which reaches to Nidibah. Thus Israel dwelt in the land of Amorites. Then Moses sent to spy out Jazer, and they took it villages and drove out of the Amorites who were there. And they turned and went up their way against Baasha. So Og, king of Bashan, went out against them, and he and all his people to battle at Edrei. Then the Lord said to Moses, do not fear him, for I have delivered him into your hand. With all these people and his land, you shall do him as you did to Sihon, king of Amorites, who dwelt in Ishbon. So they defeated him, his sons, and all his people, until there was no survivor left him, and they took possession of his land. Chapter number 21, interesting chapter. I'm going to read chapter 22. Then the children of Israel moved and camped in the plains of Moab on the side of the Jordan across from Jericho. Now Balak, the sons of Zippor, saw that all the Israel had done to Amorites, and Moab was exceedingly afraid of the people because there were many, and the Moab was sick with the dread because of the children of Israel. So Moab said to the children of Midian, now this company will lick up everything around us, as ox licks up the grass of the field. And Balak, the son of Zippor, was the king of the Moabites at the time. Then he sent messengers to Balaam, the son of Beor, at Bethnor, which is near the river, in the land of the sons of his people, to call him, saying, look, a people has come from Egypt. See, they cover the face of the earth, and are settling next to me. Therefore, please come at once, curse this people for me, for they are too mighty for me. Perhaps I shall be able to defeat them and drive them out of the land, for I know that he who bless is blessed, and he whom you curse is cursed. So the elders of the Moab and the children of the Media departed with their divining fee in their hand, and they came to Balaam and spoke to him the words of Balak. And they said to them, lodge here today, and I will bring back word to you, as the Lord speaks to me. So the princes of Moab stayed with Balaam. Then God came to Balaam and said, who are these men with you? So Balaam said to God, Balak, the sons of Zippor, king of Moab, has sent to me, saying, look, a people has come out of Egypt, and they cover the face of the earth. Come now and curse for me. Perhaps I shall be able to overpower them and drive them out. And God said to Balaam, you shall not go with them. You shall not curse the people, for they are blessed. So Balaam rose in the morning and said to the prince of Balak, go back to your land, for the Lord has refused to give me a permission to go with you. And the prince of Moab rose and went to Balak and said, Balaam refused to come with me. Then Balak again sent princes and more numerous and more honorable than they, and they came to Balaam and said to him, Thus says Balak the son of Zippor, Please let the nothing hinder you from coming to me, for I will certainly honor you greatly. I will do whatever you say to me. Therefore, please come, curse this people for me. Then Balaam answered and said to them, Servants of Balak, though Balak were to give me this house full of silver and gold, I could not go beyond the word of the Lord my God to do less or more. Now therefore, please, you also stay here tonight, that I may know what more the Lord will say to me. And God came to Balak that night and said to him, If the men come to you, call you, rise and go with them, but only the word which I speak to you that you shall do. So Balak rose in the morning, saddled his donkey, and went with the princes of Moab. Then God's anger was aroused because he went, and the angel of the Lord took his stand the way as an adviser against him, and he was riding his donkey and his two servants with him. Now the donkey saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, which is drawn a sword in his hand, and the donkey turned aside of the way and went into the field. So Balak struck the donkey to turn her back into the road. Then the angel of the Lord stood in a narrow path between the vineyards, with a wall on his side, and on a wall on that side. And when the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, she pushed herself against the wall and crushed Balaam's foot against the wall. So he struck her again. Then the angel of the Lord went further and stood in a narrow place where there was no way to turn either to the right or to the left. And when the donkey saw that the angel of the Lord, she lay down under Balaam. So Balaam angry was aroused, and he struck the donkey with his staff. Then the Lord opened the mouth of the donkey, and he said to Balaam, What have I done to you, that you have struck me these 3 times? And Balak said to the donkey, Because you have abused me, I wish there were a sword in my hand, for now I would have killed you. So the donkey said to Balaam, Am I not your donkey on which you have ridden ever since I became yours to this day? Was I ever disposed to do this to you? And he said, No. Then the Lord opened Balaam's eyes, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way with his drawn sword in his hand. And he bowed his head and fell flat on his face. And the angel of the Lord said to him, Why have you struck your donkey these 3 times? Behold, I have come out to stand against you, because your way is perverse before me. The donkey saw me and turned aside from me these 3 times. If she has not turned aside from me, surely I will also have killed you by now, and let her live. And Balaam said to the angel of the Lord, I have sinned, for I did not know you stood in the way against me. Now therefore, if it displeases me, I will turn back. Then the angel of the Lord said to Balaam, Go with the men, but only the word I speak to you that you shall speak. So Balaam went with the prince of Balak. So when Balak heard that the Balaam was coming, he went out to meet him at the city of Moab, which is the border of Ammon, the boundary of territory. Then Balak said to Balaam, Did I not earnestly send you calling for you? Why did you not come to me? Am I not able to honor you? And Balak said to Balak, Look, I have come to you. Now I have the power at all to say anything. And the word that the God puts in my mouth, that I must speak. So Balak went into Balak, and they came to Kirjah Huzoth. Then Balak offered oxen and sheep, and he sent some of the Balaam and to the princes who were with them. So it was on the next day that Balak took Balaam and brought him up on the high place of Baal, that from there he might observe the extent of the people. Numbers chapter 22 is completed. We go to Numbers chapter 23. Then Balaam said to Balak, Build 7 altars for me here, and prepare for me here 7 bulls and 7 rams. And Balak did just as Balaam had spoken. And Balak and Balaam offered a bull and a ram on each altar. Then Balaam said to Balak, Stand by your burnt offering, and I will go. Perhaps the Lord will come to meet me, and whatever he shows me, I will tell you. So he went to desolated height, and God met Balaam, and he said to him, I have prepared 7 altars, and I have offered one each altar a bull and a ram. Then the Lord put a word in Balaam's mouth and said, Return to Balak, and thus you shall speak. So he returned to him, and there he was standing by his burnt offering, he and all the prince of Moab. And he took up an oracle and said, Balak, the king of Moab, has brought me from Arnam, from the mountains of the east. Come curse Jacob for me, and come denounce Israel. How shall I curse whom God has not cursed? And how shall I denounce whom the Lord has not denounced? For from the top of the rocks I see him, and from the hills I behold him. There are people dwelling all alone, not reckoning himself itself among the nations. Who can count the dust of Jacob, or the number 1/4 of Israel? Let me die the death of the righteous. Let my end be like this. Then Balak said to Balaam, What have you done to me? I took you to curse my enemies, and look, you have blessed them bountifully. So he answered and said, Must I not take heed to speak what the Lord has put in my mouth? Then Balak said to him, Please come with me to another place for which may see them. You shall see only the outer part of them, and you shall not see them all. Curse them for me from there. So he brought him to the field of Zophah, to the top of Pisgah, and built 7 altars, and offered a bull and a ram on each altar. And he said to Balak, Stand here by your burnt offering, while I meet the Lord over here. Then the Lord met Balak, and put a word in his mouth, and said, Go back to Balak, and thus you speak. So he came to him, and there he saw, standing by his burnt offering, a prince of Moab with him. And Balak said to him, What has the Lord spoken? Then he took up his oracle and said, Rise up, Balak, and hear. Listen to me, son of Zippor. God is not a man that he should not lie, not a son of man that he should repent. As he said, and he will not do, or he has spoken, and will he not make it good? Behold, I have received a commandment to bless. He has blessed, and I cannot reverse it. He has not observed iniquity in Jacob, nor he has seen wickedness in Israel. The Lord is God is with him, and the shout of a king is among them. God brings them out of Egypt. He has a strength like a wild ox. For there is no sorcery against Jacob, nor any deviation against Israel. It now must be said of Jacob and of Israel, Oh, what God has done. Look at the people, rises like lioness, and lifts itself up like a lion. It shall not lie down until it devours the prey, and drinks the blood of the slain. Then Balak said to Balaam, Neither curse them nor bless them at all. So Balaam answered and said to Balak, Did I not tell you, saying, All the Lord speaks that I must do? Then Balak said to Balaam, Please come, I will take you to another place. Perhaps it will please God that you may curse them for me from there. So Balak took Balaam to the top of the pyre that overlooks the wasteland. Then Balaam said to Balak, Build for me your 7 altars, and prepare for me 7 bulls and 7 rams. And Balak did as Balaam had said, and offered a bull and a ram on every altar. Wow, very, very interesting chapter, man. I already did a Bible study on this Balaam, and why God killed Balaam, and Balak, and the Israelites doing unfair practices, covetousness with these people, and they're like, I did a Bible study on this, so I'm recollecting it. So this is an interesting chapter. Numbers chapter 23. Let me go to Numbers chapter 24. Now, when Balaam saw that it pleased the Lord to bless Israel, he did not go as at other times to seek to use sorcery, but he set his face towards the wilderness. And Balaam raised his eyes and saw Israel encamped according to their tribes. The Spirit of God came upon him. Then he took up his oracle and said, The utterance of Balaam, the son of Beor, the utterance of man whose eyes are open, the utterance of whom who hears the words of God, who sees the vision of the Almighty, who falls down with his eyes wide open. How lovely are your tents, O Jacob, your dwellings, O Israel, like valleys that stretches out, like gardens by the riverside, like aloes planted by the Lord, like cedars beside the water. He shall pour water from his buckets, and his seed shall be in his many waters. His king shall be higher than Acna, and his kingdom shall be exalted. God brings him out of Egypt. He has strength like a wild oxen. He shall consume the nations, his enemies. He shall break their bonds and pierce them with his arrows. He bows down, he lies down as a lion, and as a lion who arose him. Blessed is he who blesses you, and cursed is he who curses you. Then Balak's anger was aroused against Balaam, and he struck his hands together. And Balak said to Balaam, I called you to curse my enemies, and look, you have bountifully blessed them these 3 times. Now therefore flee to your place. I said, I would greatly honor you, but in fact the Lord has kept you back from honor. So Balak said to Balak, did I not speak to your messengers whom you have sent to me, saying, if Balak were to give me his house full of silver and gold, I would not go beyond the word of the Lord to do good or bad of my own will? What the Lord says that I must speak. And now, indeed, I am going to my people. Come, I will advise you what these people will do to your people in the later days. So you took up his oracle and said, the utterance of Balaam, the son of Beor, the utterance of the man whose eyes are open, the utterance of him who hears the words of the Lord, words of God, the knowledge of the Most High, who sees the vision of the Almighty, who falls down with the eyes wide open. I see him, but not now. I behold him, but not near. A star shall come out of Jacob, a scepter shall rise out of Israel, a batter of brow of Moab, and destroy all the sons of tumult. And Edom shall be a possession. Sheer also his enemies shall be possession. While Israel does valiantly, out of Jacob one will have a dominion and destroy the remains of the city. Then he looked on the Kenites, and he took up his oracle and said, firm is your dwelling place, and your nest is set in your rock. Nevertheless, Cain shall be burned. How long until Ashur carries you away captive? Then you took up an oracle and said, alas, who shall live when God does this? But ships shall come from the coast of Cyrus, and they shall afflict Ashur and afflict Eber, and so shall Amalek until he perishes. So Balaam rose and departed and returned to his place, and Balak also went his way. Numbers chapter 24 is completed. Let me read Numbers chapter 25. Now Israel remained in Asia Grove, and the people began to commit harlotry with the woman of Moab. Okay, now is the important thing. They're committing harlotry with the woman of Moab. They invited people to sacrifice to their gods, and the people ate and bowed down to their gods. So Israel was joined to Baal of Peor, and the anger of the Lord was arose against Israel. And the Lord said to Moses, take all the leaders of the people and hang the offenders before the Lord out in the sun, that the fierce anger of the Lord may turn away from Israel. So Moses said to the judge of Israel, every one of you kill this man who had joined to Baal of Peor. And indeed, one of the children of Israel came and presented to his brethren a Midianite woman in the sight of Moses, in the sight of Moses and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, who were weeping at the door of the tabernacle of meeting. Now when the Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, saw, he rose from among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand and went from the man of Israel into the tent, and thrust both of them throughout the man Israel, and the woman through the body. So the plague was stopped among the children of Israel, and those who died in the plague were 24,000. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, has turned back my wrath from the children of Israel, because he was zealous with my zeal among them, so that I did not consume the children of Israel in my zeal. Therefore I say, behold, I give to him my covenant of peace. It shall be to him and his descendants after him a covenant of an everlasting priesthood, because he was zealous for his God, and has made atonement for his children of Israel. Now the name of the Israelites who was killed with the Midianite woman was Zimri, the son of Zalu, a leader of father's house among the Simeonites. And the name of the Midianite woman who was killed was Cosbi, the daughter of Zur, who was head of the people of the father's house in Midian. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, harass the Midianites and attack them, for they harassed you with their schemes by which they seduced you in the matter of Pero and in the matter of Cosbi, the daughter of the leader of Midian, the sister who was killed in the day of the plague because of Bear. So Numbers chapter 25 is completed. So if you watch closely, Balak tried to gave a lot of gifts to Balaam or Balak, okay. And this Balak guy, he didn't curse not a single time. But what happened is in the next passage, Numbers chapter 25, we see Israel doing adultery with the Moabite women. And if you know the 10 commandments, you shall not commit adultery. And if someone disobeys the law, God said in the Old Testament, if you disobey my commandments, plague will strike you till you die. So this is known by Balak. So he knows personally he cannot curse these people. But let me give you an idea. Just send the women of Moabites to the Israelites. Let them commit adultery. Let them sacrifice to their gods. And see what happens. Their own God will destroy them. This is the best idea. Please do it. So this is what happened. This is what is happening. And they sent the girls and they did commit adultery. And that's it. God will destroy them with the plagues. And Balak knew it. And he told this. And this is what happened. This is the outline. For some people, they don't read the context. They will come to a conclusion like God has killed innocent women, all these things. But that's big. It's a big story outline. You read it, you will understand it carefully. You read carefully. And it came to pass after the plague that the Lord spoke to Moses and Eleazar, the sons of Aaron the priest, saying, take a census of all the congregation of the children of Israel from 20 years old and above by their father's house, all who are able to go to war in Israel. So Moses and Eleazar the priest spoke with them in the plains of Moab by the Jordan across from Jericho, saying, take a census from the people for 20 years old and above, just as the Lord commanded Moses, and to the children of Israel who came out of the land of Egypt. Reuben was the firstborn of Israel. The children of Reuben were of Aicho, the family of the Awichites, of Palu, the family of Paluites, Hezron, the family of Ezrites, of Camri, the family of Carmites. These are the families of the Reubenites. Those who, and the number of them were 43,730. And the sons of Balu was Elab. The sons of Elab were Nimiol, Dathan, and Abram. These are Dathan and Abram representing the congregation who contended against Moses and Aaron in the company of Korah, when they contended against the Lord. And the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up together with Korah. When that company died, when the fire devoured 250 men, and it became a sign. Nevertheless, the children of Korah did not die. The sons of Simeon, according to their families, were of Nemuel, the family of Nimerites, of Jamin, the family of Jaminites, of Jason, the family of Jasonites, of Zerah, the family of Zarhites, of Shaul, the family of Shaulites. These are the families of Simeonites, 22,200. The sons of Gad, according to the number of families, were Zephrah, the family of Zemonites, of Haggai, the family of Haggites, Shuni, the family of Shunites, of Ozi, the family of Ozanites, of Eri, the family of Erites, of Aroi, the family of Arotites, of Adlai, the family of Adlites. These are the families of the sons of Gad, according to those who numbered of them were 40,500. The sons of Judah were Ir and Onah, and Ir and Onah died in the land of Canaan. The sons of Judah, according to the families, were of Shelah, the family of Shelnites, of Persa, the family of Parasites, of Zerah, the family of Zarasites. The sons of Peles were of Erzon, the family of Erzonites, of Hamol, the family of Amalekites. These are the families of Judah, according to those who were numbered of them, 76,500. Sons of Ishar, according to the families, were of Tola, the family of Tolites, of Pula, the family of Punites, the Jashun, the family of Jashbudites, of Shimron, the family of Shimorites. These are the family of Ishar, according to those who were numbered of them, 64,300. The sons of Zippol, according to the families, were of Shirite, the family of Sharites, of Elon, the family of Elonites. Elon, okay. I see Elon. Jael, the family of Jaelites. These are the family of Zemronites, according to those who are numbered of them, 60,500. Sons of Joseph, according to the families of Manasseh and Ephraim, were sons of Manasseh of Mashur, the family of Mashurites, and Mashur, behold, Gilead, of Gilead, the family of Gileadites. And these are the sons of Gilead, of Jishar, the family of Jishrites, of Elak, the family of Elakites, of Ashurah, the family of Asherites, of Shemach, the family of Shemites, of Shemida, the family of Sheminites, of Ipar, the family of Iparites. Now, Zelophehad, the son of Ipar, had no sons, but daughters, and names of the daughters of Zebelites were Mahalar, Noah, Holal, Milcha, and Tirzah. These are the families of Manasseh, and those who are numbered were 52,700. These are the sons of Ephraim, according to the families of Shutul, Shetula, the family of Sheulites, of Besha, the family of Bacherites, of Taha, the family of Taanites. And these are the sons of Shehulah, of Iran, the family of Iranites. These are the families of the sons of Ephraim, according to those who are numbered of them, 32,500. These are the sons of Joseph, according to their families. The sons of Benjamin, according to the families of Bela were the family of Belalites, and Asher, the family of Ashbelites, of Iron, the family of Amorites, of Shual, the family of Shubalites, the Upom, the family of Umanites. And the sons of Bela were Art and Naaman, of Art, the family of Artites, of Naaman, the family of Namatites. These are the sons of Benjamin, according to the family, and those who are numbered of them were 45,600. These are the sons of Dan, according to the families of Shuan, the family of Shumanites. These are the families of Dan, according to the families, and all the families of the Shumanites, according to those who were numbered of them, were 64,400. The sons of Asher, according to the families, were of Jimnah, the family of Jimnanites of Jeshua, the family of Jeshunites of Beriah, the family of Beridites of the sons of Beriah, of Ebar, the sons of Ebarites of Malchiel, the family of Malchiels. And the name of the daughter of Asher was Sarah. These are the families of the sons of Asher, according to those who are numbered of them, 53,400. The sons of the Naphtali, according to the families of Jeshel, the family of Jezreelites of June, the family of Junetites of Jeshel, the family of Jerizzites of Shalem, the family of Shilmalites. These are the families of Naphtali, according to the families, and those who are numbered of them were 45,400. And these are the numbers. And these are those who are numbered of the children of Israel, 601,700. 130. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, to the land shall be divided as an inheritance according to the number of names. To a large tribe you shall give a large inheritance, and to a small tribe you shall give a small inheritance. And each shall be given its inheritance according to those who are numbered to them. But the land shall be divided by lot, and they shall inherit according to the names of the tribes of their fathers, according to the lot of their inheritance shall be divided between the larger and the smaller. And these are those who are numbered of Levites according to the families of Gershon, the family of Gershonites, of Kohath, the family of Kohathites, of Merari, the family of Merarites. These are the family of Levites, the family of Limonites, the family of Amorites, the family of Mahalites, the family of Mushites, the family of Korathites, and Koth begot Amram. The name of Amram, wife of Bushbat, the daughter of Levi, was born in Levi in Egypt. To Amram she bore Aaron and Moses and his sister Miriam. To Aaron were born Nadab and Abihu and Elsan and Itmar, and Nadab and Abihu died when they offered profane fire before the Lord. Now those who were numbered of them were 23,000, every male from a month old and above, for they were not numbered among the other children of Israel, because there were no inheritance given to them among the children of Israel. These are those who were numbered by Moses and Eleazar the priest, who are the number of children of Israel in the plains of Moab by the Jordan across from Jericho. But among those there were not a man of those who had the number of Moses and Aaron when the number of the children of Israel in the wilderness of Sinai. For the Lord had said to them, they shall surely die in the wilderness. So there was not left a man of them except Caleb the son of Jephunneh and Joshua the son of Nun. A very big chapter and a lot of names, a lot of family names. So 26 has been completed. 10 more to go. Chapter number 27. Then came to the daughters of Zelophehad, the sons of Eber, the sons of Gilead, the sons of Masher, the sons of Manasseh, from the families of Manasseh, the sons of Joseph. And these were the names of his daughters, Mahalal, Noah, Hoklah, Milcah, and Tirzah. And they stood before Moses, before Eleazar the priest, and before the leaders and all the congregation by the doorway of the tabernacle of the meeting, saying, our fathers died in the wilderness, but he was not in the company of those who gathered together against the Lord. In the company of those who gathered together against the Lord, in company with Korah, but he died with his own sin, and he had no sons. Why should Why should the name of our fathers be removed from among his family? Because he had no son, give us a possession among our father's border. So Moses brought the case before the Lord. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, the daughters of Zebulun speak what is right. You shall surely give them a possession of inheritance among their father's brother, and cause an inheritance for their fathers to pass them. You shall speak to the children of Israel, saying, if a man dies and has no son, then you shall cause an inheritance to pass through his daughters. If he has no daughter, then you shall give his inheritance to his brothers. If he has no brothers, then you shall give inheritance to his father's brothers. And if his fathers had no brothers, then you shall give his inheritance to his relative closest to him in his family, and he shall possess it, and it shall be to the children of Israel a statute of judgment, just as the Lord commanded Moses. Now the Lord said to Moses, Go up into the Mount Abraham and see the land which I have given to the children of Israel. And when you have seen it, you shall also be gathered to your people, as Aaron your brother was gathered. For in the wilderness of Zin, during the strife of congregation, you rebelled against my command to allow me at the waters before their eyes. Then Moses spoke to the Lord, saying, Let the Lord, the God of the Spirit of all flesh, set a man over the congregation, who may go out before them and go in before them, who may lead them out and bring them in, that the congregation of the Lord may be not be like a sheep which has no shepherd. And the Lord said to Moses, Take Joshua the son of Nun with you, a man with whom is the Spirit, and lay your hand on him. Set him before Elsa the priest and before all the congregation, and inaugurate him in their sight. And you shall give some of your authority to him, that all the congregation of the children of Israel may be obedient. And he shall stand before Elsa the priest, who shall inquire before the Lord for him by the judgment of the Urim, and his word they shall go out, and at his word they come in, and he and all the children of Israel with him, and all the congregation. So Moses did as the Lord commanded him. He took Joshua and set him before Elsa the priest, and before all the congregation, and he laid his hand on him, and inaugurated him, just as the Lord commanded by the hand of Moses. Numbers chapter 27 is completed. Let me go to Numbers chapter 28, 28, 29, 30, and then I will be playing a song. It's been a long time I've been reading. My vocal needs a little bit rest, so I'll be playing, after reading chapter number 30, I'll be playing some songs, maybe 1 or 2 songs if possible. Then final 6 chapters will be completed. So let's go to Numbers chapter 28. Let's not focus on forward. Let's focus on chapter, which is Numbers chapter 28. Now the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Command the children of Israel and say to them, My offering, my food for my offering, made by fire as a sweet aroma to me, you shall be careful to offer to me at the appointed time. And you shall say to them, This is the offering made by fire, which you shall offer to the Lord. 2 male lambs in the first year without blemish, day by day as a regular burnt offering. The one lamb you shall offer it in the morning, and the other lamb you shall offer it in the evening. And 1/10 of ephah of fine flour as a grain offering, mixed with 1/4 of the hin of pressed oil. It is a regular burnt offering which is ordained at Mount Sinai, from a sweet aroma, an offering made by fire to the Lord. And its drink offering shall be 1/4 of hin of each lamb. In a holy place you shall pour out the drink to the Lord as an offering. The other lamb you shall offer in the evening as a morning grain offering, and as a drink offering you shall offer it as an offering made by fire, a sweet aroma to the Lord. And on the Sabbath day 2 lambs in their first year without blemish, and 2/10 of an ephah of a fine flour and a grain offering mixed with oil with its drink offering. This is the burnt offering for every Sabbath, besides the regular offering, which is its drink offering. 1 second, I'll be back. At the beginning of your months, you shall present a burnt offering to the Lord. 2 young bulls, 1 ram, and 7 lambs in the first year without blemish. 3/10 of a ephah of a fine flour as a grain offering, mixed with oil for each bull. 2/10 of ephah of fine flour as a grain offering, mixed with oil for 1 ram, and 1/10 of a ephah of a fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering for each lamb, as a burnt offering of a sweet aroma, an offering made by fire to the Lord. The drink offering shall be half of a hin of a wine for a bull, and 1/3 of a hin of a ram, and 1/4 of a hin of a lamb. This is the burnt offering for each month throughout the months of the year. Also 1 kid of goats as a sin offering to the Lord shall be offered besides the regular burnt offering and its drink offering. On the 14th day of the first month is the Passover to the Lord, and on the 15th day of the month is the feast of unleavened bread, shall be eaten for 7 days. On the first day you shall have holy convocation. You shall do no customary work, and you shall present an offering made by fire as a burnt offering to the Lord. 2 young bulls, 1 ram, and 7 lambs in its first year. Be sure they are without blemish. Their grain offering shall be a fine flour mixed with oil. 3/10 of ephah you shall offer for a bull, and 2/10 of a ram. You shall offer 1/10 of a ephah of each of 7 lambs, also 1 goat as a sin offering to make an atonement for you. You shall offer these besides the burnt offering of morning, which for a regular burnt offering. In this manner you shall offer food of offering made by fire daily by 7 days as a sweet aroma to the Lord. It shall be offered besides the regular burnt offering, and it's a drink offering. And on the 7th day you shall have a holy convocation, and you shall do not do no customary work. Also on the day of the first fruits, when you bring a new grain of offering to the Lord at your feast of the weeks, you shall have a holy convection. You shall do not do no customary work. You shall present a burnt offering as a sweet aroma to the Lord. 2 young bulls, 1 ram, and 7 lambs in the first year, with their grain offering of fine flour mixed with oil. 3/10 of ephah for each bull, 2/10 of 1 ram, and 1/10 of each of 7 lambs. Also 1 kid of goats to make atonement for you. Be sure they are without blemish. You shall present them with their drink offerings, besides the regular burnt offering with its grain offering. Chapter number 28 is completed. Let me go to chapter number 29. And in the 7th month, on the first day of the month, you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do not do customary work, for it is a day of blowing the trumpets. You shall offer a burnt offering as a sweet aroma to the Lord. 1 young bull, 1 ram, and 7 lambs in their first year, without blemish. The grain offering shall be a fine flour mixed with oil. 3/10 of a ephah for a bull, 2/10 of a ram, and 1/10 of each of 7 lambs. Also 1 kid of goats as a sin offering to make an atonement for you. Besides the burnt offering with its grain offering from a new moon, the regular burnt offering with its grain offering, and the drink offering, according to the ordinance, has a sweet aroma, an offering made by fire to the Lord. On the 10th day of the 7th month, you shall not have holy convocation. You shall afflict your souls. You shall not do any work. You shall present a burnt offering to the Lord as a sweet aroma. 1 young bull, 1 ram, and 7 lambs in the first year. Be sure they are without blemish. Their grain offering shall be a fine flour mixed with oil. 3/10 of a ephah for bull, 2/10 of 1 ram, and 1/10 for each of the 7 lambs. Also, one kid of goats as a sin offering, besides the sin offering for atonement, the regular burnt offering with its grain offering and the drink of their offering. On the 5th day of the 7th month, you shall have a holy convention. You shall not do no customary work. You shall keep a feast to the Lord 7 days. You shall present a burnt offering, an offering made by fire as a sweet aroma to the Lord. 13 young bulls, 2 rams, and 14 lambs in the first year. They shall be without blemish. The grain offering shall be of fine flour mixed with oil, 3/10 of a ephah for each of the 13 bulls, 2/10 of each of 2 rams, and 1/10 of each of the 14 lambs. Also, one kid of goats as a sin offering, besides the regular burnt offering, its grain offering, and its drink offering. On the 2nd day, present 12 young bulls, 2 rams, 14 lambs in the first year without blemish, and the grain of offering, the drink offering for bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs, for the fruit, according to the ordinance. Also, one kid of goat as a sin offering, besides the regular burnt offering with its grain offering and the drink offering. On the 3rd day, presents 11 bulls, 2 rams, 14 lambs in the first year without blemish, and the grain offering and the drink offering for bulls, the rams for the lambs, and by their number of according to the ordinance. Also, one goat as a sin offering, besides the regular burnt offering, its grain offering, and its drink offering. On the 14th day, present 10 bulls, 2 rams, and 14 lambs in the first year without blemish, and the grain offering and the drink offering for the bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs, and by the number according to the ordinance. Also, one kid of goat as a sin offering, besides the regular burnt offering, its grain offering, and its drink offering. On the 5th day, present 9 bulls, 2 rams, and 14 lambs in the first year, without blemish, and the grain offering and the drink offering for the bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs, by the number according to the ordinance. Also, one goat as a sin offering, besides the regular burnt offering, its grain offering, and its drink offering. On the 6th day, present 8 bulls, 2 rams, and 14 lambs in the first year without blemish, and the grain offering and the drink offering for the bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs by their number, according to the ordinance. Also, one goat as a sin offering, besides the regular burnt offering, its grain offering, and its drink offering. On the 7th day, present 7 bulls, 2 rams, and 14 lambs in the first year without blemish, and the grain offering and the drink offering for the bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs by the number, according to the ordinance. Also, one goat as a sin offering, besides the regular burnt offering, its grain offering, and its drink offering. On the 8th day, you shall have sacred assembly. You shall not do no customary work. You shall present a burnt offering, an offering made by fire, as a sweet aroma to the Lord. 1 bull, 1 ram, and 7 lambs in the first year without blemish, and the grain offering and the drink offering for the bull, for the ram, and for the lambs, for by their number, according to the ordinance. Also, one goat as a sin offering, besides the regular burnt offering, its grain offering, and its drink offering. These you shall present to the Lord at your appointed feast, as your burnt offering, and your grain offering, and your drink offering, and your peace offering. So Moses told the children of Israel everything just as the Lord commanded Moses. Numbers chapter 30. Then the Lord spoke to Moses. Then Moses. One second, let me see the internet. Okay, 1 hour 30 minutes. My internet is still excellent. And praise be to God. Thank you, Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit, for protecting this stream. Yesterday there was a lot of cutoffs, but today it's almost 1 hour 30 minutes. It's going smooth. And I'm going to read Numbers chapter 30, and after that there is only 6 more chapters. So hopefully I can complete it within one single stream without any cutoff. So I hope it happens. So let's read Numbers chapter 30. Then Moses spoke to the heads of the tribes concerning the children of Israel, saying, This is the thing which the Lord has commanded. If a man makes a vow to the Lord, or swears a oath to bind himself by some agreement, he shall not break his word. He shall do according to all that proceeds out of his mouth. Or if a woman makes a vow to the Lord, and binds herself by some agreement while in her father's house in her youth, and her father hears her vow, and the agreement by which he has bound herself, and her father holds his peace, then all her vows shall stand, and every agreement with it she has bound herself shall stand. But if her father overrules her on the day that he hears, then none of her woe shall her agreement by which she has bound herself shall stand, and the Lord will release her because her father overruled her. If indeed she takes her husband while bound by her vows, or by a rash utterance for her lips, by which she bound herself, and her husband hears it, and make no response to her on the day that he hears, then her vows shall stand, and her agreement by which she bound herself shall stand. But if her husband overrules her on the day that he hears it, he shall make void her vow which she took, and what she uttered with her lips, by which she bound herself, and the Lord will release her. Also, any vow of widow or a divorced woman by which she has bound herself shall stand against her. If she vowed in her husband's house, or bowed herself by an agreement with an oath, and her husband heard it and made no response to her, and did not overrule her, then all her vows shall stand, and every agreement by which she bound herself shall stand. But if her husband truly made them void on the day he heard them, then whatever proceeds from her lips concerning her vows, or concerning the agreement binding her, it shall not stand. Her husband has made him void, and the Lord will release her. Every vow and every binding oath to afflict her soul, her husband may confirm it, or her husband may make it void. Now, if her husband makes no response whatever to her for the day to day, then he confirms all her vows, or all the agreements that binds her. He confirms them because he made no response to her on the day that he heard them. Because if he does make them void after he has heard them, then he shall bear guilt. These are the statutes which the Lord commanded Moses, between a man and his wife, and between a father and his daughter, in a youth in a father's house. Chapter number 30 is completed. So we are going to complete this book, 6 more chapters. I'm excited. I want to play a song, but I want to read chapter number 31 and 32 because the coming chapters are again going to talk about Balaam and Balak. Because I've read it before, I did a Bible study, so I'm just having a recollection when I'm reading it. We're going to see Numbers chapter 31. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying,
This is my Father's world. To my listening ears, all nature sings, and around me ring the music of the spheres. My Father's world, I rest in the thought of rocks and trees, of skies and seas, His hand the wonders wrought. This is my Father's world. The birds their carols raise, the morning light, the lily white, He declares their Maker's praise. Father's world. He shines in all that's fair. In the rustling grass, I hear him pass. He speaks to everywhere. This is my Father's world. Oh, let me nor forget that though the wrong seems so strong, God is the ruler, yeah. This is my Father's world. The battle is not done. Jesus who died shall be satisfied, and the earth and the heaven will be one. This is my Father's world. Oh, to my listening ear, oh, all nature sings, and around me the music of love's fear. This is my Father's world. The battle is not done. Shall be satisfied, and the earth and the heaven will be one. Oh, this is my Father's world. Oh, this is my Father's world. That heaven and earth will become one. Oh, this is my Father's will. Oh, this is my Father's world. Heaven and earth will become one. This is my Father's world. In the stars, His handiwork I see. On the wind, He speaks with majesty. Though He ruleth over land and sea. Oh, what is that to me? Oh, what is that to me? Till by faith, oh, I met Him face to face, and I felt all the wonder of His grace, and I knew that He was more than a God that didn't care, that lived way up there. Now He walks beside me day by day, ever watching over me, lest I I go astray, helping me find a narrow way. He's everything to me. Oh, he's everything to me. I will celebrate the nativity, for it has a place in his story. Oh, sure, he came to set his people free. Oh, yeah, what is that to me? Yeah, oh, what is that to me? So by faith, I met him face to face, and I felt the wonder of his grace. And I knew that he was more than just a God who did not care, that lived way up there. And now he walks beside me day by day. He's ever watching me, oh, lest I go astray. Oh, helping me to find that narrow way. He's everything to me. Oh, he's everything to me. Yeah, so by faith I met him, oh, face to face. And I felt the wonder of his grace, and I knew he was more than just the God who did not care, lived way up there. And now he walks with me day by day, ever watching me, or lest I go astray, helping me to find a narrow way. He is everything to me. Oh, he
Okay. Let's go to Numbers chapter 31. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, take vengeance on the Midianites, for the children of Israel after you shall be gathered to your people. So Moses spoke to the people, saying, arm some of yourself for war, and let them go against the Midianites to take vengeance for the Lord on Midian. And thousands of each tribe, and all the tribes of Israel you shall send to war. So there were recruited for the division of Israel 1,000 for each tribe, 12,000 armed for a war. Then Moses sent them to war, 1,000 for each tribe. He sent them to war with Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the priest, with the holy article, the signal trumpets in his hand. And they warred against the Midianites, just as the Lord commanded Moses. And they killed all the males. They killed the kings of the Midianite, and the rest of those who were killed, Evi, Rekai, Zur, Hor, and Rebai, the 5 kings of Midian, Balaam, the sons of Beor. They also killed with the sword. And the children of Israel took the women of the Midianite captive with their little ones, and took as a spoil and all the cattle and all the flocks and all the goods. And they also burned the fire all the cities where they dwelt, and all the forts, when they took all the spoil and all the booty of man and the beast. Then they brought the captives, the booty, and the spoil to Moses, to Eleazar the priest, and the congregation of the children of Israel, to the camp of the plains of Moab by Jordan, across from Jerusalem, from Jericho. And Moses, Eleazar the priest, and all the leaders of the congregation went to meet them outside the camp. But Moses was angry with the officers of the army, the captains, over thousands and captains, who had come from the battle. And Moses said to them, Have you kept all the women alive? Look, these women caused the children of Israel, through the counsel of the Balaam, to trespass against the Lord in the instant of Beor, and they were a plague among the congregation of the Lord. Now therefore kill every man, every male among the little one, and kill every woman who has known a man intimately. But keep alive for yourself all the young girls who have not known a man intimately. And as for you, remain outside the camp 7 days. Whoever has killed any person and whoever has touched any slain, purify yourself and your captives on the third day, and on the seventh day, purify your garments, everything made of leather, everything of woven goats, and everything made of wood. Then Elsa the priest said to the men of war who had gone to the battle, This is the ordinance of the law which the Lord commanded Moses. Only the gold, the silver, the bronze, the iron, the tin, and the lead, everything that can endure fire, you shall put through the fire, and it shall be clean, and it shall be purified with the water of purification. But all that cannot endure fire, you shall put through water, and you shall wash over your clothes on the seventh day, and be clean, and afterward you may come into the camps. Now the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Count up the plunder that was taken of the man and the beast, you and Elsa the priest and the chief fathers of the congregation, and divide the plunder into 2 parts, between those who took part in the war, who went out in the battle, and all the congregation. And levy a tribute to the Lord on the men of war who went on the battle, one of every 500 of the person, the cattle, the donkeys, and the sheep. Take it from their half, and give it to Elsa the priest as a heave offering to the Lord. And from the children of Israel, half you shall take, one of the every fifth, drawn from the person, the cattle of the donkeys, and the sheep, from all the livestock, and give them to the Levites who keep the charge of the tabernacle of the Lord. So Moses and Elsa the priest did as the Lord commanded Moses. The booty remained from the plunder with which the men of war had taken was 675,000 sheep, 72,000 cattle, and 61,000 donkeys, and 32,000 persons in all, of all women who had not known a man intimately, and half of the portion of those who had gone out of to war was in number 337,500 sheep. As for the Lord tribute of the sheep was 675, the cattle was 36,000, and which the Lord tribute was 72. The donkeys were 30,500, of which the Lord tribute was 61. The person were 60,000, of which the Lord tribute was 32 persons. So Moses gave them the tribute which the Lord heave offering to Elsa the priest, as the Lord commanded Moses. As for the children of Israel, half which Moses separated from the men who fought, now the half belonged to the congregation, was 337,500 sheep, 36,000 cattle, 30,500 donkeys, and 60,000 persons. And from the children of Israel, half Moses took, one of every fifth, draw from man and the beast, and gave them to the Levites who kept the charge of the tabernacle for the Lord, as the Lord commanded Moses. Then the officers who were over the thousands of the army, of the captains of the thousands and the captains of the hundreds, came near to Moses, and they said to Moses, Your servants have taken count of men of war who are under our command, and not a man of us is missing. Therefore we have brought an offering for the Lord, what every man found an ornament of gold, armlets, bracelet, and signet rings, and earrings and necklets, to make atonement for ourselves before the Lord. So Moses and Elsa the priests received the gold from them, all the fashion ornaments, and all the gold of offering that they offered to the Lord from the captains of thousands and the captains of 100 was 16,750 shekels. The men of war had taken spoil, every man for himself, and Moses and Elsa the priests received the gold from the captains of 1,000 and for the hundreds, and brought it into the tabernacle of the meeting as a memorial for the children of Israel before the Lord. Chapter number 31 is completed. Now the children of Reuben and the children of Gad had a very great multitude of livestock. And when they saw the land of Gezer, the land of Gilgad, the indeed of the region was a place for livestock. The children of Gad and the children of Reuben came and spoke to Moses, to Elsa the priest, and to the leaders of the congregation, saying, Athrod and Dibon, Jaser and Nimrah and Gerson, Elia, Sheba, Nebo, and beyond, the country which the Lord defeated before the congregation of Israel is the land for livestock, and your servants have livestock. Therefore they said, if we have found favor in your sight, let this land be a land to your servants as a possession. Do not take us over the Jordan. And Moses said to the children of Gad and to the children of Reuben, shall your brethren go to war while you sit here? Now, why will you discourage the heart of the children of Israel from going over into the land which the Lord has given them? Thus your fathers did when I sent them away from Kadesh Barnea to see the land. From when they went up to the valley of Isol and saw the land, they discouraged the heart of the children of Israel, so that they did not go into the land which the Lord had given them. So the Lord's anger was aroused on the day, and he swore an oath, saying, surely none of the men who came up from the Egypt, from 20 years old and above, shall see the land of which I swore to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because they have not wholly followed me, except Caleb the son of Jephunneh, and Kinside the Joshua the son of Nun, for they have wholly followed the Lord. The Lord's anger was aroused against Israel, and he made them wander in the wilderness 40 years, until all the generation that had done evil in the sight of the Lord was gone. And look, you have risen in your father's place, a brood of sinful men, to increase still more the fierce anger of the Lord against Israel. For if you turn away from the following him, he will once again leave them in the wilderness, and you will destroy all these people. Then they came near to him and said, we will build sheepfolds here for our livestock, and cities for our little ones, but we ourselves will be armed, ready to go beyond the children of Israel, until we have brought them to their places, and our little ones will dwell in the fortified cities, because of the inhabitants of the land. We will not return to our homes until every one of the children of Israel has received his inheritance. We will not inherit with them on the other side of Jordan and beyond, because our inheritance has fallen to us on the eastern side of Jordan. Then Moses said to them, if you do this thing, if you arm yourself before the Lord for the war, and all your armed men cross over Jordan before the Lord until he has driven out his enemies before him, and the land is subdued before the Lord, then afterward you may return to the blameless before the Lord and before Israel, and this land shall be your possession before the Lord. But if you do not do so, then take note, you have sinned against the Lord, and be sure your sin will find you out. Build cities for little ones, and folds for your sheep, and do what has proceeded out of your mouth. And the children of Gad, and the children of the Reuben, spoke to Moses, saying, your servants will do as my Lord commands. Our little ones, our wives, our flocks, and our livestock will be theirs in the cities of Gilgad. But your servants will cross over, every man armed for war, before the Lord to battle, just as the Lord says. So Moses gave commandment concerning them to Eleazar the priest, to Joshua the sons of Nun, and the chief fathers of the tribes of the children of Israel. And Moses said to them, if the children of Gad and the children of Reuben cross over the Jordan with you, every man armed for battle before the Lord, and the land is subdued before you, then you shall give them the land of Gilgad as a possession. But if you do not cross over armed with you, they shall have a possession among you in the land of Canaan. Then the children of Gad and the children of Reuben answered, saying, as the Lord had said to your servant, so we will do. We will cross over armed before the Lord in the land of Canaan, but the possession of your inheritance shall remain with us on the side of the Jordan. So Moses gave to the children of Gad, to the children of Reuben, and to the tribe of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, the kingdom of Sion, the king of Amorites, and the king of Og, the king of Bashan, the land with its cities within the borders, the cities of the surrounding countries. The children of Gad built Kitbon and Atroth and Arori and Atroth of Shobah and Jasher and Jobah, Beth Nimrah and Beth Haran, fortified cities and fold for sheep. And the children of Reuben built Ishbon and Eliah and Kirjanath, Nebo and Baal Meon and Shibma, and they gave other names to the cities which they built. And the children of Mashah, the son of Manasseh, went to Gilgad and took it, and disposed the Amorites who were in it. So Moses gave Gilgad to Mashah, the son of Manasseh. He dwelt in it. Also Jair, the son of Manasseh, went and took its small towns and called them Javot Jair. Then Nahomath went and took Kenath and its villages, and he called it Nobah after his own name. chapter number 32 is completed. Let me go to 33. மம்மி சொல்லிட்டாங்களா? மம்மி கிட்ட சொன்னியா பொண்ணு கிட்ட சொன்னியா? யாரு கூட? அவன் ஆனா அவரா அவளா?
What a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and griefs to hear. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. What a peace we often forfeit. Oh, what needless pain we bear. All because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. Have we trials and temptations? Is there trouble anywhere? We should never be discouraged. Oh, take to the Lord in prayer. Can we find a friend so faithful, who will all our sorrows share? Jesus knows our weakness. Whoa, take to the Lord in prayer. Are we weak and heavenly laden? Cumbered with the load of care. Oh, precious Savior, still our refuge. Oh, take to the Lord in prayer. Now do thy friends despise and forsake thee? Oh, take it to the Lord in prayer. Oh, in His arms He'll take and shield you. You know you'll find some comfort there. In His arms He'll take and shield thee. Oh, you will find some comfort there. You'll find some comfort there.
Okay, let me play another song. And 1 second. Let me speak to Andy for a second. Hi, brother Andy. Good to see you. Yes, finally you're catching my live stream. Okay, thank you. Okay, it's 10 p.m. for you. Yes, yeah. It's 11:45 a.m. You watch my time. 11:45 a.m. 4th January, 11:43. And great day, my dear friend. Yes, brother. Good to see you as well. Wishing you blessings and favor in Jesus' sight. Bless the Lord God. Yes, brother. That's true. Starting a new job at a garage store Monday morning. Okay, all the best, brother. All the best for your new job. I know you and Ash having a good time, and hopefully, I pray everything goes smooth and you get married very well. And that's we were talking about it, and hopefully you find the right partner, and I hope that's the bone, that's the rib cage, like in Genesis say, this is the bone of my bone, this is my flesh of my flesh, and I pray that it happens, and also pray that you're going for a new job, and hopefully God bless you, God make His face shine upon you, and fulfill all your heart desires. I pray for you, brother, and thank you for coming in, and hope you have a great day. It's just maybe in a few hours you will have a new day. You said like 10 o'clock. So in another 2 hours, there's going to be a new day, and I hope you have a great day. It's Sunday for you, and maybe you may have a fellowship with your members, maybe a Sunday service, and have a great day. And once again, we pray for your new job. You receive a new job. May you have all the heart desires, whatever you're thinking, may it all get fulfilled. Whatever work you're doing, everything, may the God guide you, and have a great life. And we are praying for you, brother. Thanks for coming in.
When I start now looking at things through my own eyes, evaluating the situation, there's no doubt I'm gonna compromise. Oh, I'm sorry, Lord, for not letting you be the Lord of my life. I realize now the plans you got for me are far much better than I could ever do on my own about myself. So surrender all. say, oh, I surrender all. Oh, now all my life gave it what I got, and this time I'm giving it my last shot. No more trusting in me, I'll trust in you. I'll trust in you. Oh, to you, I surrender all. Get down on my knees every day. Oh, and I try to give it all.
Okay, let's go to Numbers chapter 33. These are the journeys of the children of Israel who went out of the land of Egypt by their armies under the hand of Moses and Aaron. Now Moses wrote down the starting points of their journey, the commandment of the Lord, and these are the journeys according to their starting point. They departed from Ramses in the first month, on the 5th day, on the first month of the first day. After the Passover, the children of Israel went out with the boldness in the sight of all the Egyptians. For the Egyptians were burying all their firstborn, whom the Lord had killed among them, also their God. The Lord had executed judgments. Then the children of Israel moved from Ramses and camped at Succoth. And they departed from Succoth and encamped at Ethnam, which is on the edge of the wilderness. They moved from Ethnam and turned back to Pi-haroth, which is in the east of Baal Zipno, and they camped near Migdol. They departed before Hiroth and passed towards the midst of the sea in the wilderness, went 3 days, journeyed into the wilderness of Ethnam, and camped at Marah. And they moved from Marah and came to Ilnam. At Ilnam were 12 springs of waters and 70 palm trees, and they encamped there. They moved from Elam and encamped with the Red Sea. They moved from Red Sea and encamped in the wilderness of Sin. And they journeyed from the wilderness of Sin and encamped at Dopka. And they departed from Dopka and encamped at Alush. They moved from Alush and encamped at Reptaim, where there was no water for the people to drink. They departed from Ripta and encamped in the wilderness of Sinai. They moved from wilderness of Sinai and encamped at Kimroth Atwa. They departed from Kimroth Atwa and encamped at Alzoth. Departed from Alzoth and encamped at Ritma. They departed from Ritma and camped at Rimmon Peras. Departed from Rimmon Peras and encamped at Zimna. They moved from Libnah and encamped at Ziza. They journeyed from Rizah and encamped at Teilatha. They were from Teilathan and camped at Mount Shipper. They moved from Mount Shipper and encamped at Arda. They moved from Arda and encamped at Macloth. They departed from Taab and camped at Terah. They moved from Terah and camped at Mithka. They went from Mithka and camped at Ashmo. They departed from Ashmo and encamped at Moshrath. They departed from Moshrath and encamped at Ben Jaka. They moved from Ben Jaka and encamped at Hor Akita. They went from Hor Akita and encamped at Jotba. They moved from Jotba and encamped at Apnona. They departed from Aprona and encamped at Ision Gibeor. They moved from Ision Gibeor and encamped in the wilderness of Zin, which is Kadesh. They moved from Kadesh and encamped at Mount Haro on the boundaries of the land of Itnom. Then Aaron the priest went up to Mount Haro, the Lord commanded, and died there in 14th year after the children of Israel had come out of the land of Egypt, on the first day of the first month. Aaron was 133 years old when he died on the mountain. When he died on Mount Hor. Now the king of Arad, the Canaanite, who dwelt in the land of Canaan, heard the coming of the children of Israel. So departed from the Mount Hor and camped at Zalmon. They departed from Zalmon and camped at Punna. They departed from Punna and camped at Obath. They departed from Obath and camped at Ichna, Abraham, and the border of Moab. They departed from Ijam and camped at Gidmon Gad. They moved from Gibbot Gad and camped at Almon. They moved from Almon Gibnah and camped in mountains of Abrai before Ebo. They departed from the mountain of Abra and camped in the plains of Moab by the Jordan, across from Jerusalem. From Jericho, they camped from Jordan, they Beth Jesmoth as far as the Abal Asher Grove in the plains of Moab. Now the Lord spoke to Moses in the plains of Moab by the Jordan, across from Jerusalem, saying, Speak to the children of Israel and say to them, When you have crossed the Jordan into the land of Canaan, then you shall drive out all the inhabitants of the land from before you, destroy all their engraved stones, destroy all their molten images, and demolish all their high places. You shall dispose the inhabitants of the land and dwell in it, for I have given you the land to possession, and you shall divide the land by a lot as an inheritance among your families. To the larger you shall give a larger inheritance, and to the smaller you shall give a smaller inheritance. Therefore everyone's inheritance shall be whatever falls to him by lot. You shall inherit according to the tribes of your fathers. But if you do not drive them out of the inhabitants of the land from before you, then it shall be that those who let you remain shall be irritants in the eyes and thorns in your sides, and they shall harass you in the land where you dwell. Moreover, it shall be that I will do to you as I thought to do to them. Chapter number 33. Chapter number 34. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Command the children of Israel and say to them, When you come into the land of Canaan, this is the land that shall fall to you as an inheritance, the land of Canaan to its boundaries. Your southern boundary shall be from the wilderness of Zin, along the border of Itno. Then you shall southern border there shall extend eastward to the end of the salt sea, but your border shall turn from the south side of the ascent of Akram, continue to Zin, and be on the south side of Kadesh Barnea. Then it shall go on to Azza Adar and continue to Asmon. The border shall turn from Asmon to the brook of Egypt, and it shall be at the end at the sea. As for the western border, you shall have the great sea for a border. This shall be your western border, and this shall be your northern border. From the great sea you shall mark your border, line to Mount Horah. From Mount Hor you shall mark out your border to the entrance of Hamath. Then the direction of the border shall be towards Zittad. The border shall proceed to Zimron, and it shall end at Arzar Enan. This shall be your northern border. You shall mark out your eastern border from the Azar Enan to Shipna. The border shall go down from Shipna to Riblah on the east side of Anna. The border shall go down and reach the eastern side of Sea of Shinrad. The border shall go down along the Jordan, and it shall end at the Salt Sea. This shall be your land with its surrounding boundaries. Then Moses commanded the children of Israel, saying, This is the land which you shall inherit by lot, which the Lord has commanded to give to the 9 tribes and to the half tribe, for the tribe of the children of Reuben, according to the house of the fathers, and the tribe of the children of Gad, according to the house of their fathers, have received their inheritance. And the half tribe of Manasseh has received his inheritance. The 2 tribes and the half tribes have received their inheritance on the side of Jordan, across from Jericho, eastwards towards the sunrise. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, These are the names of the men who shall divide the land among you as an inheritance. Elsar the priest, and Joshua the son of Nun. And you shall take 1 leader of every tribe and divide the land by the inheritance. These are the names of the men from the tribe of Judah: Caleb the son of Jephunneh, from the tribe of the children of Simeon; Shemuel the son of Ammiud, from the tribe of Benjamin; Eliad the son of Shilson, a leader from a tribe of Dan; Buki the son of Jogli, from the sons of Joseph, a leader from tribe of children of Manasseh; Daniel the son of Ipor, the leader of the tribe of children of Ephraim; Emuel the son of Shipta, the leader of the tribe of children of Zebulun; Elisab the son of Parnash, the leader of the tribe of children of Ishar; Patiel the son of Asan, the leader of the tribe of children of Asher; Ayud the son of Shilmon, the leader from the tribe of children of Naphtali; Harel the son of Abiud. These are the ones the Lord commanded divided the inheritance among the children of Israel in the land of Canaan. Okay, chapter number 34 is completed. Two more chapters, then that'll be the end of Numbers. And the Lord spoke to Moses in the plains of Moab by Jordan River from Jericho, saying, Command the children of Israel that they give the Levites cities to dwell in, and from an inheritance from the possession you shall also give the Levites common land around the cities. They shall have the cities to dwell in, and their common land shall be for their cattle, for their herds, and for all their animals. The common land of the cities which you will give the Levites shall extend from the wall of the city outward 1,000 cubits all around, and you shall measure outside the city on the east side 2,000 cubits on the south side, 2,000 cubits on the west side, and 2,000 cubits on the north side, 2,000 cubits. The city shall be in the middle. This shall belong to them as a common land for the cities. Now among the cities which you have given the Levites, you shall appoint 6 cities of refuge to which a manslayer may flee, and to this you shall add 42 cities. So all the cities you will give to the Levites shall be 48. These you shall give with their common land, and the cities which you give shall be from the possession of the children of Israel. From the larger tribe you shall give many, from the smaller you shall give few. Each give some of its cities to the Levites, its portion to the inheritance that each receives. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel and say to them, When you cross the Jordan into the land of Canaan, then you shall appoint cities to the cities of refuge for you, that the manslayers who kills any person accidentally may flee there. There shall be cities of refuge for you from the avenger, that the manslayers may not die until he stands before the congregation in judgment. And for the cities which you give, you shall have 6 cities of refuge. You shall appoint 3 cities on the sides of Jordan, and 3 cities you shall appoint in the land of Canaan, which you will be the cities of refuge. These 6 cities shall be for a refuge for the children of Israel, for the stranger and for the sojourner among them, that anyone who kills a person accidentally may flee there. But if he strikes him with an iron implement so that he dies, he is a murderer. The murderer shall be put to death. And if he strikes him with a stone in the hand, but which one could die, and if he does die, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. Or if he strikes him with a wooden hand weapon by which he could die, and he does die, he is a murderer, and the murderer shall put me to death. The avenger of the blood himself shall put the murderer to death. When he meets him, he shall put him to death. If he pushes him out of hatred, or while lying in wait, hurls something at him so that he dies, or in enmity strikes him with his hand so he dies, the one who struck him shall surely be put to death. He is a murderer. The avenger of blood shall put the murderer to death when he meets him. However, if he pushes him suddenly without enmity, or throws anything at him without lying in wait, or uses a stone by which a man could die, throwing it at him without seeing him so that he dies, while he was not his enemy seeking his harm, the congregation shall judge between the manslayer and the avenger of the blood according to those judgment. So the congregation shall deliver the manslayer from the hand of the avenger of the blood, and the congregation shall return him to the city of refuge where he had fled, and he shall remain there until the death of the high priest was anointed with the holy oil. But if the manslayer at any time goes outside the limits of the city of refuge where he fled, and the avenger of the blood finds out outside the limits of the city of refuge, and the avenger of the blood kills the manslayer, he shall not be guilty of blood, because he should have remained in his city of refuge until the death of the high priest. But after the death of the high priest, the manslayer may return to the land of his possession. And these things shall be the statute of judgment to you throughout your generation in all your dwellings. Whoever kills a person, the murderer shall be put to death on the testimony of witness. But one witness is not sufficient testimony against a person from the death penalty. Moreover, you shall take no ransom for the life of a murderer who is guilty of death, but he shall surely be put to death, and you shall take no ransom for him who has fled to his city of refuge, that he may return to dwell in the land before the death of the priest. So you shall not pollute the land where you are, for blood defiles the land, and no atonement can be made for the land, for the blood that is shed on it, except by the blood of him who shed it. Therefore do not defile the land which you have inhabit, the midst of which I dwell. For I, the Lord, dwell among the children of Israel. So the final chapter of the book of Numbers. So I can't even believe, like, I read almost 20 plus chapters. And if you see, it's a 2 hours 23 minutes. I've been doing live stream non-stop. Thank you once again. Thank you, Jesus Christ. Thank you, God, for motivating me to do this. So the final chapter for the book of Numbers. Excited to complete this book. And with that, 4 books of the Torah will be completed: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, and Numbers. And let me read the final chapter and play a song. Now the chief fathers of the families of the children of Gilgad, the sons of Meshur, the sons of Manasseh, the families of the sons of Joseph, came near and spoke before Moses and before the leaders, the chief fathers of the children of Israel. And they said, the Lord commanded my Lord Moses to give the land as an inheritance by lot to the children of Israel. And my Lord was commanded by the Lord to give the inheritance to our brother Zelophehad, to his daughters. Now, if they are married to any of the sons of the other tribes of the children of Israel, then the inheritance will be taken from the inheritance of our fathers, and it will be added to the inheritance of the tribe into which they marry. So it will be taken from a lot of our inheritance, and when the Jubilee of the children of Israel comes, then the inheritance will be added to the inheritance of the tribe in which they marry. So the inheritance will be taken away from the inheritance of the tribe of our fathers. Then Moses commanded the children of Israel according to the word of the Lord, saying, what the tribe of the sons of Joseph speaks is right. This is what the Lord commands concerning the daughter of Zelophehad, saying, let them marry whom they think best, but they may marry only within the family of their father's tribe. So the inheritance of the children of Israel shall not change hands from the tribe to tribe. For every one of the children of Israel shall keep the inheritance of the tribe of his father. And every daughter who possesses an inheritance in any tribe of the children of Israel shall be the wife of the family of her father's tribe. So that the children of Israel each may possess the inheritance of his father. Thus no inheritance shall change hands from one tribe to another, but every tribe of children of Israel shall keep its own inheritance, just as the Lord commanded Moses. So did the daughters of Zelophehad, for Mahalal, Tirzah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Noah, the daughters of Zelophehad, were married to the sons of their father's brothers. They were married into the families of the children of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, and their inheritance remained in the tribe of their father's family. These are the commandments and the judgments which the Lord commanded the children of Israel by the hand of Moses, the plains of Moab by Jordan, across from Jericho. Hi, brother Andy. Yeah, you said you're going for a new job on Monday, and we pray the Lord bless you in the new job. He fulfills all your heart desires, and hopefully you told me before you want to get married, and I pray it happens. Hopefully you find the best rib. You know what I'm saying? The book of Genesis, it says, Adam called Eve, this is my bone of my bone, my flesh of my flesh. And I pray that you find your perfect Eve. And I saw some of your live streams you have with Sister Ash. I don't know about it, but if God willing, if everything goes smooth, and if it's if that's your Eve, may God be with you, and God bless you, and God make his face shine upon you. And also I pray for your new job. Hopefully it helps you to provide for your income, and not only that, Also for the ministry, you said you like to do ministry simultaneously, so we pray for that too, brother. And today is Sunday. So hopefully you have a fellowship with your fellow members, praising God, reading the Bible. Thanks for coming in. And right now I finished the book of Numbers, 36 chapters. It has been like 2 hours 27 minutes. I'm reading the Bible. I'm very happy. I think I'm going to play a song now and do a final conclusion and then end the stream. Thanks, Brother Andy, for coming in. Let me play a song.
When I start, oh, now looking at when I start, oh, now looking at things through my own eyes, evaluating the situation. There's no doubt I'm gonna compromise. Oh, I'm sorry, Lord, for not letting you be the Lord of my life. I realize now the plans you got for me are far much better than I could ever do on my own about myself. So surrender all. Oh, I my last shot. No more trusting in me, I'll trust in you. I'll trust in you. Lord, you I surrender all. Get down on my knees every day. Oh, and I try to give it all.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, sorry. I'll be playing your songs for this entire 2 hour streams. Maybe 5 or 6 songs I was playing. Thank you once again for your contribution. Because of your songs, I was able to play. It's a non-copyright song, so right now I'm going to be right now I'm going to end the stream and hope to see you again. And right now I've completed almost like 153 chapters. The first 4 books of the Torah has been completed: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, and Numbers. And I hope to see you in the book of Deuteronomy. And if you see, like, between day 32, I think so, we've been doing a lot of times. Thanks once again on call. So I think I will be doing a live stream near future, and planning to do a live stream, and hopefully to complete the task. So 2026, I'm planning to read the entire Bible. Today it's almost like Super Sunday because I read almost 20 chapters. Very happy that I'm able to complete this, and sometimes it's like I was thinking whether I can able to do it, because the first few days we'll have the fire, but after that it will start to diminish. So I was thinking the same thing, but power of the Holy Spirit is the only one who can motivate us. And thank you once again for staying patient. It's been 2 hours and 2 hours 35 minutes. I've been speaking, and almost like I would say like almost 2 hours I'm reading the Bible. Maybe an half an hour I will be playing some songs, but almost 2 hours I was reading the Bible, finishing the book of Numbers. And thank you for the live stream, because it didn't end. You saw my last few live streams, it was getting cut off, but it was very good. Live streams were perfect. Thank you once again, and pray everybody has a great day. Sunday, most of the people will be going to church. You know, there's a YouTube live called the Church of Springs. Roy Russ, he has a live stream. A Church of Spring is a beautiful church fellowship gathering live stream. If you want, you can watch it. Maybe I will share my post in my community post. And have a blessed day. Happy Sunday. And hope to see you in another live stream. Thank you once again. Andy was here before. Thank you once again, brother, for staying here. And prayers for you. Tomorrow you got a great day, a new job. And we pray you have a great time in your new job. And for Jess, everybody present over here, and my friends today, 2 of my friends are having birthday. May they have a great day and a blessed year again. And God bless everybody. See you soon on the live stream. Thank you once again. In God's name be glorified. Amen.